Be honest. There's someone you're no longer speaking to, yet their name keeps appearing in your thoughts. Their face shows up at random moments, even when you try to distract yourself. It's as if they quietly return. No calls, no texts, no messages. Yet somehow they still occupy your mind. It's confusing, isn't it? Part of you wonders, if I can't forget them, does that mean Allah wants me to be with them? Another part whispers, or is this just me, my own heart refusing to let go? The longer it happens, the heavier it feels because you don't know whether to see it as a sign or a trap. So what does it really mean when someone lingers in your mind without communication? Is it your nafs pulling you back? Or is Allah placing something in your heart for a reason? The truth is, our minds hold on to people long after contact ends. Sometimes it's because the story never fully closed. Perhaps a proposal was left hanging, or a friendship ended without answers, and the human heart struggles with unfinished chapters. Other times, small reminders pull them back. Passing by a place you visited together, hearing their name mentioned, or even a quiet, random moment that brings them to the surface. And you wonder why then? Why now? It's because our hearts are designed to attach. When we care for someone deeply, the mind doesn't just delete them like a file. It replays them over and over, especially when we're alone. And that's where the confusion begins. You start questioning. If they're still on my mind after all this time, does it mean Allah is pointing me toward them? Or is it just my own heart refusing to let go? Sometimes, when a person stays in your thoughts, it's not a divine sign. It's your nafs. Our nafs loves to replay what it once desired, even when it's over. If you once hoped for someone, your mind replays their image. Your heart replays the dream. Not because it's destined, but because it was once wanted. When something ends without closure, when no real goodbye was said, the mind hates loose ends. It circles back again and again, as if remembering it can complete what was left undone. Other times, it's pure imagination. You start thinking, what if things had gone differently? What if we had tried harder? What if Allah really meant it to be? Those what ifs don't mean it's destiny. They mean your mind hasn't accepted reality yet. The danger is that these thoughts can distract you. They can freeze you in the past while life moves forward. But at the same time, not every lingering thought is your nafs. Sometimes Allah does place someone in your heart for a reason, His wisdom. Sometimes a name lingers so you turn to du'a, so you seek guidance through istikhārah, so you don't rush blindly, but transform confusion into worship. Other times, it's a test. Allah allows that person to stay in your mind, not for chasing them, but so you learn where your heart truly rests. Do you let the thought consume you? Or do you return it to Him with trust? Sometimes it's preparation. Allah may place someone in your heart to soften you, to teach patience, or to shape you before the right time arrives, even if that person was never meant to stay. The Prophet ﷺ said the hearts of all people are in the most merciful's hands. He directs them as He wills. Your heart isn't wandering on its own. Even its attachments are under Allah's control. So yes, sometimes a person in your thoughts is more than a memory. But how do you know if it's Allah guiding you or just your own heart holding on? Not every thought is the same. Sometimes it's obsession, sometimes guidance. And the difference can change everything. Obsession pulls you away from Allah. You notice it when thoughts of them make your salah shallow, your Quran hard to focus on, your heart heavy. It eats your time and leaves you feeling guilty. That's not guidance. That's your nafs holding you captive. Guidance feels different. When Allah places someone in your heart, the thought doesn't drown you. It redirects you. It makes you whisper du'a at night. It pushes you to pray istikhārah instead of chasing imagination. It doesn't paralyze you. It humbles you. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Consult your heart. Righteousness brings tranquility to the soul, and sin wavers in the heart." Musnad Ahmad. If the thought leaves you uneasy, unsettled, distant from Allah, it's not from Him. But if it brings calm, patience, and a turn toward Him, then maybe it's more than your nafs. Islam teaches us to handle these thoughts, not by chasing them, but by turning them into du'a and trusting Allah. So what do you do when someone keeps living in your mind? First, don't chase it. Don't convince yourself that constant thoughts are a hidden signal from Allah. Don't build a future in your head around someone who isn't even in your life. That only deepens the wound. Instead, redirect it. Each time their name surfaces, take it to Allah. Turn it into du'a. Ya Allah, if this person is good for my Deen, my life, and my Akhirah, bring them closer with ease. If not, remove them gently from my heart. Even your pain becomes worship. Remember, tawakkul isn't only prayer, it's also wisdom. That's why the Prophet ﷺ taught us to seek counsel. Talk to those who love you, who want the best for you, and weigh their advice. Prayer and consultation together protect you from being blinded by your own emotions. The rest isn't your burden. If it's written, Allah will open the path in ways you never imagined. If it isn't, He will heal you and replace it with something better. Tawakkul means you no longer have to carry the what ifs. You hand them back to the one who already wrote your story. So what does it really mean when someone lives in your mind without communication? In the end, it's a test, not of love, but of the heart. Will you let it consume you, or will you return it to Allah with trust? It doesn't automatically mean they're yours. It means Allah is testing your heart. Will you let it control you, or hand it back with faith? Your heart is not abandoned. Allah knows the names you whisper silently. He knows the person you cannot forget. He knows the weight of longing you carry in secret. He promises nothing is lost with Him. If it's written, it will come together in ways you could never manage. If it isn't, Allah will heal you, remove the ache, and replace it with something better for your Deen, your life, and your Akhirah. Either way, you win. Allah never lets a servant rely on Him and return empty. So when the thought comes, don't fear it, don't chase it, just turn it into du'a. Ya Allah, if this person is good for me, bring them closer. If this touched you, write that du'a in the comments. Maybe someone scrolling will say, Ameen to yours, and you'll say Ameen to theirs. Until then, protect your heart. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.